Okay, today I want to bring you another essay from Emerson. As I read more of these essays, I am just more impressed. I've always loved Emerson. I've loved his ideas. I really didn't read them much, but I heard them, talked about by some of the people I respected the most. And only upon reading them do I understand why he's so appreciated. Like Emerson has such a way with words that you find yourself observing a topic you thought you knew about, yet there's so much more depth to it. There's so much more to be understood, and it's really just beautiful that a man could come to these conclusions without any sort of guidance. Emerson was all about the individual, he was all about the self, and he put more credit on himself than he did any of these other philosophies. And it really bleeds through because everything he writes is uniquely his own. And today's essay is titled History. I'm going to read a quick excerpt from it, and then we will go into exactly what this is about. But there is one mind common to all individual men. Every man is an inlet to the same and to all of the same. He is once admitted to the right of reason, is made a free man of the whole estate. What Plato has thought, he may think. What a saint has felt, he may feel. What at any time has befallen any man, he can understand. Who hath access to this universal mind is a party to all that is or can be done. For this is the only and sovereign agent. What I just said can be summarized as saying history belongs to all men. I don't know if Emerson says this at any point in the essay, but this is really how I interpret it. His idea is that if someone could do it, you can do it too. It's that simple. If it's been done, then you have that exact same inspiration. You just need to find the creativity. You need to find the idea. You need to find it within yourself, whatever it is that someone accomplished in the past. And this is really the beauty of humanity. This is really the beauty of creativity. Like the simple fact that something has been done means it can be done. And Emerson believes that everything comes from the same source. All life, all creativity, all ideas, they all flow from the same source, the collective unconscious, God, whatever you want to call it. I mean, there's different opinions, there's different ways to call it, but at the same, they're still the same thing. It's still the same force. And Emerson is basically saying that like each and every one of us has a individual just divine birthright, a absolute power to absolutely master whatever it is that you want to do. And it's really just setting your mind to it. And it's just I don't know. It's just such a cool idea, believing that when you put yourself in the shoes of someone else, you could have done that too. When you put yourselves in the shoes of Plato, you could have came up with these dialogues. You could have written the any great work throughout history. It's really just like I'm at a lack of words simply because when Emerson speaks, it reverberates through your soul. It reverberates through something much deeper than yourself. And I really, really, really enjoy the idea that if someone can do something else, you can as well. And it also goes into jealousy. It also goes into like when you look to someone else, your jealousy is actually denying your actual abilities, because when you're jealous of someone else, you're jealous of the same source that you have, the same creative outlet that you have. And it means that you're rejecting it. It means that instead of looking at someone as inspiration, you look at them and you look, oh man, I could have done this. If only I was as lucky as this person. If only I could have done it. Like you're looking at them with anger and rage instead of opening yourself up to the possibility that you can do something, that you can do whatever it is that they did, if not better. And that is basically the idea of what Emerson is saying. I love Emerson so much. Every time I read an essay by him, whether it's 10 pages, whether it's 5 pages, I'm at a lack of words. I've read thousands of books at this point, and nothing quite hits like when you read Emerson. Nothing quite hits at the simplicity and the complexity of the ideas at the exact same time. And honestly, I wonder where my life would have been if I had read Emerson, 5 years ago. I wonder what direction I would have gone, because I think there's something in Emerson that is so true that it'll help you find yourself. It'll help you find what you're looking for. Like the entire ideology of Emerson is the ideology of the self. The idea that you're so much more capable than you believe, and the idea of when you accept this, the moment when you accept this, the moment that you take responsibility for yourself and start relying on yourself above everything else is the moment that you find happiness. It's not looking for anything externally, it's looking for yourself where you find all the answers. It's looking in the internal instead of the external. And I really wish that Emerson was required reading for every single young individual, because I think this world would be a much better place. If everyone looked into themselves for whatever they're desiring, then they would find it. But everyone's looking externally. Everyone's looking towards social media. Everyone's looking to, how much money I make, what kind of job I have, what kind of car I drive. All of these external factors. Oh, my girlfriend's this hot. Oh, this. Like, everyone is like trying to compensate for an internal lacking. And the truth is, you can build yourself bigger, stronger, have more money, have more wealth than everyone else, but that doesn't nurture your soul. That doesn't do anything except make you a more hollow and a more weakened individual, because you're building up strength to compensate for the lack of internal. And I don't know, man. I've really been thinking very deeply because of these passages, and I've really been reevaluating a lot of things. And simply for that fact alone, I think this is something you should read, something you should pick up. They're pretty much all in public domain. I'm 99% sure that you can get all of these essays online for free. I personally like the physical copies, so I will link the book in the description for anyone that likes the physical copies. But honestly, any Emerson essay you read, you can't go wrong. This is a great one. This is a great idea. This idea that history belongs to all men, that we can all do whatever has been done in the past and whatever will be done in the future. We have the exact same capabilities as everyone else, and don't sell yourself short. I think this is an idea that if is accepted, sky's the limit with the civilization and the society that we live in. But again, most people won't accept this. Most people won't read this, but that's why we're different. That's why we're gonna, change the world one day. But, until that happens, all we can do is, talk online on the internet. But thank you guys so much for all the support. I just keep hitting like weird milestones. Like, we hit 1,500 subscribers a few days ago. I'm gonna be at 1,600. Like, the channel's just growing so fast, and it really is just attributed to like you guys like really supporting me, and you guys really pushing out these ideas, because it's one thing for me to talk. I've been talking online for years, but I haven't been seeing these numbers for years. So like, something's going right, and I think it's just we're hitting the right people. We're hitting people that genuinely want the best for themselves and genuinely want to have honest conversations. So thank you guys for being that. Thank you guys for helping me out. And yeah, if you want more from me, check out my school. That's where I have some of my short stories, some of my other writings. I'm probably gonna write some philosophy very soon. That might be the next thing I start talking about. I just don't know exactly what area to go into, but once I figure it out, I promise you I'll do it. It's hard with writing because I don't want to burn myself out of it. Like, I really like writing from like for lack of better words, like a flow state, from a state of pure creativity. I don't like to structure things. I like to just let it flow. And when I can do that, I can do it really fast. But if I force myself, it's just going to be subpar. So bear with me as I work on that. But if you also want to know when I'm streaming, if you want to get more updates, more daily stuff like book quotes and things I'm reading, and more of the like day-to-day stuff, and just like getting in contact with me, go ahead, join my Discord. It's a great place for that. I love you guys so much. Peace out. I'll see you in the next one.